Have you ever heard of a desire so dark it chills your spine just hearing about it? Let's delve into the unsettling and macabre tale of Issei Sagawa, a seemingly ordinary student from Waco University in Tokyo, Japan. Issei was not your typical 24-year-old university student. Beneath his unassuming demeanor hid a disturbing obsession, one that would push him beyond the boundaries of human decency. In the year of 1974, this obsession led him to commit an act so horrifying that it would send shivers down your spine. One evening, Issei allegedly followed a German woman back to her apartment. Under the veil of night, he broke into her sanctuary, her home, while she was deep in slumber, oblivious to the impending horror. His objective was not to steal or harm, but to satisfy a grotesque craving. He sought to carve a piece of her flesh, not for any ritual or trophy, but for consumption. Yes, you heard that right. Issei Sagawa, a young man from a respectable background, was driven by an insatiable desire for cannibalism. However, his heinous attempt was thwarted when the woman awoke mid-act and fought him off. The police soon apprehended Issei, but instead of being charged for his true crime, he was mistakenly indicted for attempted rape. Enter Issei's affluent father, a man with the means and the influence to manipulate the system. He managed to pay off the victim, a settlement outside the court, leading to the charges being dropped. Just like that, Issei walked free, his dark secret brushed under the carpet, his obsession left unchecked. But this was only the beginning of Issei's dark journey. His freedom would lead him down a path of even more horrifying acts, pushing the boundaries of our understanding of human nature. So stay with us as we delve deeper into the chilling tale of Issei Sagawa, the man whose unsettling obsession would shock the world. Fast forward 7 years and the obsession had not subsided, but rather intensified. The year was 1981. Issei Sagawa, a seemingly ordinary student, committed an act so ghastly it would send chills down the spine of the bravest. In France, the land of love and light, he committed the unthinkable. His victim was Renée Hartevelt, a fellow student at the university. Issei did not just murder Renée, he consumed her, a chilling act of cannibalism that he meticulously documented in photographs. He captured every horrific detail, every gruesome moment, as if preserving them for posterity. When the act was done, when there was nothing left of Renée but remnants of a life brutally ended, Issei was caught. He was captured by authorities while attempting to dispose of the leftovers of his horrific feast in the Bois de Boulogne lake, a serene place forever tainted by an act of pure evil. The wheels of justice began to turn. Issei was deported back to his homeland Japan, where he was committed to a mental institution. It seemed fitting, didn't it? A man who committed such a heinous act must surely be deranged, unhinged from the norms of society. It was a horrifying tale, a tale that would make one's blood run cold. But it was a tale that was far from over. For you see, in the strange twist of events, Issei's psychologists in Japan declared him sane. Yes, you heard it right. The man who committed an act of cannibalism, who documented it in chilling detail, was declared sane. To add to the horror, a legal technicality meant his murder charges were dropped completely. The French government refused to turn over the documents from his case. A loophole in the system, a chink in the armor of justice, and Issei walked free. One would think justice was finally served, but that was far from the truth. Sometimes the legal system works in ways that defy comprehension. This sentiment couldn't ring truer in the case of Issei Sagawa. After his horrifying act in Paris, Issei was captured by authorities while attempting to discard the remains of his victim, Renée Hartevelt, in the Bois de Boulogne lake. He was deported back to Japan, where he was committed to a mental institution. Now you might think, well, that's justice served, right? But oh, how quickly the narrative can twist and turn. In an unthinkable twist, Issei's psychologist back in Japan declared him sane. Yes, you heard it right. The man who had committed an act so vile, so unthinkable, was deemed sane. And this declaration had far-reaching implications. Because of this, he became eligible for release. But surely the murder charges would keep him locked away, right? Well, here's where the chilling loophole comes into play. Due to a legal technicality, the French government refused to hand over the documents from Issei's case to Japanese authorities. This refusal meant that his murder charges were dropped completely. Let's pause for a moment to let that sink in. A man who had committed an act of cannibalism was now free of any legal constraints due to a mere paperwork hitch. It's hard to fathom, isn't it? And the story doesn't end there. Issei wasn't just released from the mental institution, he was allowed to check himself out. This act, this self-release, was the final stroke in a shocking portrait of legal failure. This controversial release opened the doors for Issei to walk back into society. A society that was unaware of the monster that lurked among them. A society that had no idea of the chilling loophole that had set a cannibal free. And just like that, Issei was a free man walking the streets of Japan. In an unexpected twist, Issei didn't disappear into obscurity. Instead, he found fame. Our tale takes an unexpected turn as we delve into the dark reality of Issei Sagawa's life post-crime. Far from fading into the shadows, Issei stepped into the limelight, becoming a figure of morbid fascination. He emerged as a controversial celebrity, his notorious past serving as a twisted platform for his rise to fame. Issei's dark tale was not confined to hushed whispers and late-night conversations. He penned his disturbing experiences, his twisted desires, into the pages of over 20 books. His words, a chilling testament to his warped psyche, were consumed by a public fascinated by the grotesque and the macabre. His books, a haunting mirror held up to society, questioned the boundaries of our darkest curiosities. But his fascination with human flesh didn't end with his crimes. In an unsettling revelation, Issei admitted to fantasizing about an unnamed TV actress, an echo of his past obsession. However, he confessed that his desire to consume human flesh had waned. His chilling statement, "I'll catch a glimpse of her thigh and think, that sure looks tasty. But I don't feel like I actually want to eat it," a stark reminder of his disturbing past. His admission that consuming human flesh was not as he had imagined, that he'd convinced himself it would be delicious due to his long-held desire, adds another layer to his chilling narrative. He confessed, "In my book, I wrote that it was tasty, but that was not really true. I'd much rather eat Matsuzaka Kobe beef." Today, Issei Sagawa lives in Kawasaki City, Japan, a chilling reminder of a dark obsession and a legal system that failed. His existence, a disturbing testament to the power of fame, the pull of the grotesque, and the human fascination with the macabre. A haunting echo of a past that continues to resonate in the present, a dark shadow that looms over society's understanding of crime, punishment, and redemption. As the tale of Issei Sagawa continues to haunt us, there remains one burning question. Why did France refuse to allow Japan to give this man, this monster, a trial? This decision, shrouded in mystery and bureaucracy, has forever altered the course of justice. It has allowed a man who, by his own admission, committed heinous acts to walk free. It's a chilling thought, isn't it? That someone could escape the grasp of justice through a loophole, a technicality. This story, the tale of Issei Sagawa, is more than just a horror story. It's a stark reminder of the fallibility of legal systems. It's a chilling exploration of the darker corners of human nature. And it's a mystery that continues to baffle and disturb us. As we bid goodbye, remember to stay safe and keep questioning. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.